and welcome back to Silksong! Last time, I had recently started using this new structure for the series where I pause in between walking all the way between points of interest on the map, and I think it's been going well so far. Gives me a chance to just breathe and actually sit with my thoughts in this game for once, which I haven't really been doing so far, like since the beginning of the playthrough. And that kind of, that moment of reflection gave like a new sort of, how would I describe it, a feeling, or sort of a new kind of like, I don't know, like a feeling to how this game is experienced, if that makes any sense. But you know, it's a different experience when you're talking while you're playing at the same time versus when you're just taking in the environment and you're just sitting with your thoughts and you're kind of thinking about what this might be, or what that person might do, or things like that. So my second playthrough is definitely going to be interesting. I'll put it that way. Many delivering still need to be right. We read that. So now let's look at taking these Pilgrim's Rest supplies to where they need to go. And we're making a pretty penny off of these quests here. I like the pace that they're going at. Supplies for the rest stop in the fields. We is used to like this delivering when we was young and muchly brave. In the far fields. So I like the pace they're putting these out at. Oh! It looks like this is a repeat? Hang on. Keep safe, Miss Courier. Okay. We can't undo that. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think these are repeats. So since I've done that one already, and I don't think there's gonna be any end to them, let's just destroy that, and then try to do one of the ones we haven't done before. Because the reward, I mean, we're gonna get a reward either way, but I want to see something new. Okay, so Songclave, Pilgrim's Rest, but there isn't one for Bone Bottom anymore, so that's interesting. It might be the case that, you know, you can only have a maximum of 4 available at a time or something like that. Let's do this Courier's Rasher. It is yours, Miss Courier. Meat's prepared fresh as fresh in our special way. She's dripping with blood. At least that's what it looks like. Miss Courier must know our rasher is delicious, strong, fatty food, but it is not long to last. If not stored quick, it is flavor fast turns foul. Okay. If the rasher is likely to spoil, I shall make fast for the citadel. I have no desire to see your efforts or your scant supplies wasted. Okay, so immediately let's pause the game and see where this marker is. Jeez, man. All the way up there. Ah, that's where the chef was. So I'm looking at this. I think the package he gave us has a little bit more health on it. But man, that's a ways away. I think the most straightforward path is going to be to the left, and then up, and then diagonal. So let's try going that way. And obviously I'll sit at a bench here, because I did have to foolishly take damage. But I guess just turn your brain off and react to enemies is going to be the plan. Okay, great start. Luckily, those guys aim for where we were, not where we're going. And if I need to pause, then I'll have to open the map. I don't see a timer, or at least I didn't process if there's a timer on the screen. So it's still a straight shot here. Okay, those guys do rise up when you get their attention. So it is kind of how I've gotten hit before. It's not safe to harpoon them. Hold on. Okay, still more. Okay, lucky me. Good news. Double tap. I think going up here is gonna be maybe not faster, but easier. This is bad. I think what I could do is just skip this guy. Uh-oh. Well, that was god-awful. But since I got all of their attention... Oh, no! No! Okay, the cloak is kind of doing me in here. Nice try, guys. Okay, I think I took another damage there. Yeah, that's what's been eating up that flower. Double tap. We need to go to the left. I mean, pretty horrendous start. But now we know that's there. Man, I completely forgot how you traverse this area. Looks like we're gonna have to take the long way around. Can't stop to read signs. Uh-oh! Okay, I did try attacking downwards, but it was just a little bit too late. And I'm still holding out hope. I'm not trying to throw away this attempt. Can at least get my health back. Now this area should be wide open, or, you know, open enough. That we can manage. Which way is it? If only I could see! Okay, the timer could be tied to the health bar. Double tap. So the health bar could share, you know, like the timer depletes when you get hit. So it could be the same mechanic. I have to go up this way. Okay, I'm just gonna have to guess about, yeah, they do like to throw guys at us just out of nowhere. Well, luckily this cling grip is gonna help. So far, so good. Yeah, and as long as the bells don't disappear when I use the cloak, we're gonna be able to actually get value out of them. What the hell? Don't do it! How do you continue up? Oh, this way. Okay, so we do have to get past that guy. And I don't have a good feeling about this now. Yeah, the health bar, I can see it's depleting. So as long as I don't get hit, I think we should be good. But it was worth, you know, testing out, giving it a good, like a shot to find out how the mechanic even worked in the first place. Hang on, I might be able to... No, I don't think I could... Just hit that back at you. It's very loud. That is true. Okay, and there, there's the explosion. So we do know that it is tied to the health bar now. And luckily, there was a fast travel point nearby, so I don't have to go that far. So why don't we meet back up when I'm back at Bellheart? Okay, here we are again, ready to give it try number 2. And I do have my thread storm with me, so I think in that one room with the flyers and the bell guys, I'm going to be looking to thread storm them to take them out a little bit faster. Okay, that's just that. You know, if I remembered that I had the cloak on, I would have unequipped it. Maybe the next time we're at a bench, if I can open the map here. So that bench all the way to the left there, I might be able to sit there and then unequip the cloak. But I think as long as I don't take a lot of damage, I should be able to just make it there without even running. We should have enough time. But it could just be a much more difficult quest than I'm giving it credit for. Here, I think we can go underneath this guy. My god, what a situation. Okay, if you could simply come this way. There we go. Solve that. So I'll sit here. I will come to my cloak, or my tools, and I will unequip this. And then in place of it, I guess, maybe, if there's anything that can help me ward off damage. Weave light increases the silk of speed regeneration. That could help with getting silk back for the harpoon. But nothing else here I don't think is going to help. So we'll try that. And I think it does give us another pip of regeneration, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, just jump, Hornet! Now here's the room that we hate. All my homies hate this room. Okay, we can just take them out in 2 hits, so that's probably what I should have been doing. Now that I think about it. Okay, that's not good. As long as he doesn't backdash, we're gonna be completely fine. This is going much better so far. Now, which way do we need to go? We need to go up. If only there was a shortcut around this area, or literally anywhere here. This wouldn't be as daunting as it seems to be. Maybe there's a shortcut we can unlock, I just haven't found it yet. But, to be honest with you, I don't really have high hopes for this attempt. Like, even if we don't get hit all the way there, I don't know if the timer is going to be long enough. Okay, managed to dodge that this time, which is a nice improvement. You don't need to waste time at the bench. Do you need to take a running start here? Okay, and this is a shortcut that we know for sure. Am I going the right way? Okay, good news. I do still have my sense of direction. If I can do something like that. Oh, please just... Not this time. Okay, so they only have 2 health, which is nice. Okay, just open the map. Yes, we do need to climb here. And that cling grip's so important for helping me not slip off the side. But I am making much better use of the... Okay, we know there's a guy here. Oh, the harpoon. This time around. At least I'm making a lot better use of it than I used to in the early days of the playthrough. Okay. Open the map. Just a little bit. I say a little bit left to go, but with all these rooms being humongous, you know, the room count betrays the actual distance we still have before us. So I'll just try to use something like that. And it never works, but you know, wouldn't it be nice if it did? No! Oh my god! How much damage did that do? I think I got ground up there and spit out. My God. Okay, well, we open the map again. All I was trying to do was finish this guy off. I think we're in new territory now, so I have no idea what's up ahead. At least I can't recall what's up ahead. Just get there, Hornet. This should be... Okay. We're still fine. This guy's not real. Still have one more bar. Probably shouldn't have sat there, but... might as well. Really, the most important thing when I fail is going to be to find a fast travel location back. So here, I think we need to go up and then... Oh my God. This might be a little bit beyond what I'm capable of doing right now. I only have like less than a bar, so I'm not even gonna really try for this anymore. It's very clear that we're not going to make it, and instead I am going to, while I'm in the area, I'm gonna head over here and we'll hit up this this one harpoon point. So I will see you in a moment. And here we are at the Sands of Karak. Now, that spot all the way on the right side there is what I've been intending to explore, so I'm going to try to harpoon through it, see how it goes. I think I might need to take this guy out first. 4 hits, despite the weapon damage that I have, is pretty surprising. But I'm going to have to get used to this sort of cling grip. Oh my God! Interesting. Huh. So it does look like a dead end, in fact. I could have sworn, you know, I thought I had it dead to rights. Seems like that's not actually the case. Nope, that's okay. I feel like I'm wasting my time. It could just be... Yep, some platforming challenge, just like that, so... Now that we're up here... What else is there to do? Maybe we can attack the ceiling? I don't know. Like, we still do need the double jump to be able to get up top, so... I know there's a double jump in this game somewhere, I just don't know where it is. So, I guess we'll strike that one off as just being a false positive. And then, what else we gotta do? We gotta go to the architect and see what the room above them happens to be. So, I will pause and see you when I get there. And here we are. Just like that.
Those pieces of a heart core you carry upon you. How did you acquire or recover an artifact so rare?
They were scattered about the citadel, each seemingly laid with purpose. Someone wished the thing dismantled, but showed respect enough to see it stored safe.
That heart is an inspired form, conceived by the first of my line for a knight of cog and blade. In it, I see my predecessor's talent, immense, now lost forgotten. I could never create copy a work so fine.
And the knight that once bore the heart, tell me of them.
A gleaming order, cogwork sentinels, so impressive majestic in function. They were charged bound to the highest holy duty. Long before the creation of the core, the sentinels ventured, even beyond these walls, to see all bugs brought forth safe to serve the citadel. If the heart were restored within the sentinel's shell, it would give thanks for the awakening? Or would it grieve those lands now lost?
In time, Maker, I may find out.
Okay, so all of that just flew right over my head. But, do I have another piece of craft metal? Not sure. Looks like I do, based on the fact that the ×1 was white and not gray. But no, actually no, it doesn't. So I can't even get that right now. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to see what the hell is going on upstairs. Okay, so can hang here. It is fun to stretch your legs. But then, here's the important part. A locked gate bearing the symbol of an architect. Use the architect's key. So the architect said this was a shop, so I'm expecting even more things to buy. Chapel of the Architect. They said chapel store, so this could be like a store as in a shop, or it could be a store like a storage. No clue. But we'll claim this because we take what we like. Seems like another crest. Bound the crest of architect. Spin the needle as a screw, shredding foes. Spend silk to rapidly craft new tools. Press up and B to change crest. Open the... So press up and B to rapidly craft new tools, or what? We have an up B, we can recover! Yes! We're geared out. Ooh! It does move her forward a little bit. Jesus! Slow it down there! Very interesting attack speed. Oh, we can double tap. Like that. There's probably a follow-up attack when you land the dash. Nope. That's the downward strike. Ooh, you can charge it. And then they said up and B. To do what now? I have no clue. Maybe we'll get more context on the crest screen. But yes, we did note that we had memory lockets after we filled out all of the previous crests. So now we can go ahead and use it on one of these. We got 2 blues and 2 yellows. But I'm not at a bench, so it's kind of pointless. And this is sort of why I put the compass on my vestigial crest, because I never want to unequip it. So it's coming in handy now. But notably, this crest is a lot bigger than all of the others. Or at least to my eye, it looks bigger, or, more complicated. But that might be the last crest in the game. So good news, exciting stuff. We're gonna be able to try out a new moveset, finally, after all this time. I'm gonna have to readjust to the timing.
Master, I have communed with the shrine above. Your learnings are unique. Teachings, or techniques born of cogwork hearts. Their mastery will require some commitment on my part.
Bug Red, you are the first organic shell to fuse our memories. Such behavior my line would have believed improbable, impossible. Still, your broad arsenal did suggest strong affinity with the mechanical craft, enough to allow access to our thought store.
Yours is an impressive skill, Master. I'm grateful for the insight.
I'm glad she's grateful because I'm not getting any insight out of what they're saying. But hey, there is a bench outside. So we can sit here and put on all of our tools again. Never mind, I forgot we can't actually equip that right there. This crest seems to encourage the use of a lot of attack tools, which obviously costs shell shards. So I'm not going to be super excited about this. We'll put straight pin on the downward slot, and then we do like these tacks. So, I mean, at the very least, these three tools seem to make sense where they're placed. And then we can use one memory locket to equip. I think the warding bell is going to be the more important one. But you know, the magnetite brooch has been helping a lot. So actually, I think I'm going to go for that because we do need to farm rosaries. We do have a lot of rosaries ahead of us to farm. So, now that we figured out what was behind door number 2, let's move on. And I don't immediately have a place in mind, but we do need to go to the Whispering Vaults to turn in that cylinder and make a little bit more money. So why don't we pause here, and I'll see you when I get there. And we're back. But I did stop at the first shrine on the way there, and I noticed there were some other quests on the board, so let's actually just take them up, because they might be on the way. So, we have Close of the Choir, residents of Songclave. Our haunted brethren wandering the great halls still wear their fine white cloaks. The settlement would greatly benefit from their protection. Please fetch some for us. Do the thing! And then balm for the wounded. Sherma of Songclave? Huh. So it almost seems like Sherma's a permanent resident here, or, at least for the time being. I don't know if that title has any deeper implications about his final resting spot. For the sake of our ailing brothers and sisters, I will descend into the Holy White Ward and search for healing supplies. If you're able, please join me. Company will make the work much merrier. Okay, so we gotta go to the Resident Evil place again. Not looking forward to that. Let's see here. Stop and share some of your rosaries before you go scurrying off again, dear one. I'm sure to have something that's to your liking. Okay. So, still out of our reach. At least until we get that necklace. Let's see if, how many rosaries I have. Yeah, I seem to have spent everything. So, oh, and in fact, we got another NPC here. Hello, it's been a while.
Fair meeting again, Sir Knight. I see this bell has drawn you two towards its safety.
Who would have guessed, sister? A safe corner, hidden so high atop Forlum's cursed crown. Our fair village may have fallen, but for these fellows, these scared few, our honor charges us to keep them safe. Our horn lands shall raise for them, after some rest, of course.
Hold fast to your new charge, Garmin. See these bugs survive, and know I aim, in time near, to cut down this curse at its core.
Zaza and I will tarry here a little longer. These pilgrims need watching over, and we are committed to the task.
Very cool. So it seems like this town is actually growing into something a little bit more than what we expected. Initially, I knew the towns were going to be more plentiful or numerous in Silksong, but I didn't expect that even the depth of the town would be this deep, like that you could invest in them and grow them and But it seems like, you know, of all the towns, Bone Bottom has had the worst luck. It seems to have regressed, if anything. I think there's fewer people there now than before. And it's seen better days, I would say. But we were on our way to the architect, or the vault keeper, so I'll pause again, and I'll meet you when I get there. And here we are, through the power of editing magic. Hello, scary worm thing.
What has she brought it? More treasures waiting on Keeper's insight, yes? The sacred cinders of our holy citadel?
Okay.
Yes, a fair gift we will spawn. This vault keeper shall glean what knowledge a great mind can.
200. Not bad. Guide track for the choir with a theme of ascendance. Honey, new banger just dropped. It's topping the charts. Almost seems like a lullaby. Or sort of the cogwork music, but subdued. Apparently it was for the choir. I see the psalm cylinders cost a little bit less than the sacred cylinders. I wonder how many more of these we're gonna have. It looks like there's a lot of space here, but they've been so infrequent that I couldn't imagine there was, you know, all that many. Okay, well, I guess that's just a source of money. And I did note, or I did remember that earlier the druid of the moss told us we could trade him or her moss berries for money. So I don't think I've ever taken them up on that offer since that became an option. But I forgot where they were. They don't really leave us a marker on the map here. But they're somewhere in this general location. I think they might be over here, maybe. Or maybe here. But I should have a bunch of moss berries on me. You know, and by a bunch, I mean 3. So maybe I pause here and I'll unpause when I get to the druid. Okay, as I was passing through, I remembered that we might have an encounter with Trobio if we pass through the stage. So I just wanted to unpause, just in case we had a sort of Dung Defender re-emergence situation. And then I think we'll just head down here and get into that pod real quick. So once again, I'm going to pause. And here we are, at long last. One of the things I did discover during that trek was if I use the charged attack while the drill is equipped. Would you look at that? They got a new charged attack or a different charged attack for every crest. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that didn't one-shot some fools. So we got a Giga Drill. To the heavens and beyond, I suppose. Our drill shall pierce the heavens. That's how that goes. Hello. Yet again, it's been a while.
Druid, I require a pitcher of your mossberry stew to satiate a gourmand of the citadel. Will you pass some to me?
A bug who will consume my berry brew? Strong they'd be to bear a taste so sharp. Here's a flavor so ripe. Searing, flavor of pleasure and pain. They too see the visions if they tasted strong. The visions could they see? Grant the stew for your bug, to share the visions. Yes, we shall pass it.
Oh, so kind of you. Didn't even have to bend over backwards.
You carry a sweet, precious smell with you. A fruit. Will you trade it for rosaries?
Yes, please. The precious fruit. And oh, such fruit. Perfectly ripe, perfectly fragrant, perfectly round. Take what you have earned. Much rosaries. Dang, that was quite a substantial amount. We can do that 3 times. Quite an odd number of rosaries to get. Maybe 157 is a prime number. I don't know. Oh, I think there's different dialogue. The precious fruit. But this one is not so fresh. Rotten. Stench of death. A meager amount of rosaries for you. As much as you deserve. These might all be prime numbers. 131, 157. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that's the way it seems to me. There you go. I'll flavor it up for you. Anything else? Wherever you see moss grow. I haven't really been paying attention. Most of the berries I've found have just been found on accident. But at this point, we still have some doors. This door here, we don't really have any kind of indicator for how to open it. There's also a door I have in my notes, in the Sinner's Road. When we enter and then all the way to the right, let's see, where did we enter from? Here. No, here. Okay, and then this might be the door? Or this could be a double jump, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have it marked, but I think this might be it here. But also, again, no way of knowing how to open these doors. So, for the time being, I think I'll pause, and then I'll make a plan to see where I'm going to go next. We could just reach, like, Phase 3 in the playthrough, where I just explore, and then if something happens to come up, I'll unpause, and then we'll pick it back up from there. So, yeah, I guess I'll see you when I see you. Okay, I found something to do. We are in the forum right now, and we have this door marker that we can now access with our simple key. So now this gives us a reason to go back to the first shrine and buy another one. So an ornate door closed with a simple lock. Use a simple key. Don't mind if I do. I'm loving that depression on the lock that they keep reusing. It's kind of a interesting effect there. Just sort of squish the texture to make it look like the door is opened. Okay. Don't tell me all this for the opportunity to string up rosaries. That couldn't be it. We have 841? Do I have that right? That's a lot of rosaries. Okay, I didn't actually notice that I was carrying that many on me. What did I just destroy? I'm just recklessly swinging my needle around. Okay, but if this is an encounter, we're gonna want to make sure we have a silk eater. So, where's my inventory? Yes, we do. We have 2 silk eaters. So, just in case. Secret. Oh, I heard a drapefly. I hear a drapefly, I don't see a drapefly. Okay, with this drill, we can actually advance on it while attacking, so that's a much nicer weapon to have than the Wanderer Crest that we were rocking before. Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't have the cling. Oh, no, my crutch! I need my crutch. What? Oh, okay. Quite the tease. There is a bunch more rosaries to be gotten. Okay, I don't know how that happened or why it worked, but I'm very thankful for it. Maybe this is the authentic experience. Holy smokes! We'll just leave some of that for him. I'm just waiting for an explosion. I'm hearing action, I'm not seeing action. There we go. Thank you so much for effing off. Okay. So from this direction, now we can go upstairs, and I assume, yep, that's gonna be it. Oh, well, interesting. All we have to do is walk in range. That magnetite brooch immediately procced. I mean, I'm just going for a goofy amount of rosaries. Not the most we've ever had, but... It's quite the forceful door. What is this? A pale rosary necklace. They're just coming out with new rosary necklaces. Heavy necklace laden with pearl rosaries can be broken and the rosaries used to trade. 340. So I mean, even despite the fact that everything, all the, you know, shop items are scaling in cost, seems like the rewards for the encounters and the quests are also scaling. So it could be the case that, you know, the difficulty in there is just an illusion. How many do we have now? We had 840 before. Man, I keep messing up my inventory management. 1,056. Then over here we can move to the left again, but there was a down, was there not? Or am I hallucinating? Yeah, I missed 2 rosaries. What do you... You don't just leave stuff like that on the table. And a secret. Ooh. Okay, that could be a one-way door. Dare I find out? And it looks like I'm unlocking something, so I'm glad I came this way. The rosary cannon! So you're telling me that I can use rosaries as ammunition now? What are we even talking about? Repurposed mechanism from the base of a rosary stringing machine. Rosaries must be inserted to reload the cannon. That's, you know, funny, but also kind of a brilliant sort of mechanic to manage late game. Like, you know, we had the rosary sink in Hollow Knight at the end in the late game, and or the geo sync, I should say. That's what you would spend all of the rest of your geo on. So this is kind of a cool way to make it make your money useful in a way that doesn't just feel like a one and done deal. That's so cool. I mean, you know, rosaries, if I'm reading them correctly, they do seem to be made of ceramic, so if they, you know, if you blast them out of a cannon, it should hurt. We have some black rosaries here. I wonder why these aren't, I guess those are like, those are, what'd you call those? The counting devices. The name escapes me right now. Okay, that was fun. We got a rosary cannon. I don't know if I'm going to be using that anytime soon. Go this way. And then, yeah, we already read that. But I did notice that we still had to go down into the corner here to unlock this Ventrica station. So I will head over there and I'll meet back up with you in a moment. And I'm back. Because I did notice that after killing this enemy, we do have a quest item. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, acquire cloak. And obviously, you're not a choir bug any longer once you've been disrobed. You're stripped of your title and any status that came with it. Now we're back at the food hall. What would you call this place? And this seems to be a very important location in terms of quests, since, you know, we've been talking to all these NPCs, and they've all had items that have, you know, that can and will contribute to this quest, so it seems like this is all building up to something, and it just might be important enough to sort of unlock a new ending. I would even go so far as to guess. And beyond that, the sort of mechanics of how this quest is structured sort of escape me, so I'm eager to learn a little bit more about the pattern that it holds. Sir, I bring ingredients for the dish.
At last, my master is withering away from hunger. Let us see what gifts you bring. This stew of mossberries stirred thick, good, good. It shall form the base once set in mold.
You should be hunting down those ingredients. Or do you need directions from a bug serving with some experience?
For a sweet simmer, find me some vintage nectar, a rare brew, treasured by bugs with a keen scent for excellence.
So that might be a clue. A keen scent for excellence.
There's a slim chance such an old yield might still exist. Alas, its depth of flavor is a necessity for the holy dish.
Okay. Then that's the reward, I'm assuming, right behind him. But excellence, I don't know if I can think of any bugs in this place that pride themselves on excellence. Where would that even be? Probably the somewhere in the Citadel, if I had to guess. But as far as nectar, your guess is as good as mine. But in the meantime, we'll just make our way to the left here. Try to get to that Ventrica station. Just need to go one level deep, and I've been finding that traversing the map is not as bad when you can just focus on skipping everything and harpooning around. Okay, so we are in new territory now. It's a big old coin or the sun. I haven't decided yet. Wide open spaces kind of make me a little uneasy, because there could be an encounter. Nope. Guess that's what I should have expected. Oh! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But what we can do is Giga Drill. I don't know if this guy can climb walls. There we go. So, I don't know how much damage that did. Oh, we can just tank through and attacks like that. Come here! I can't attack on the diagonal still, but I do seem to have a little bit more reach. Man, this was a hallway and a half. Whoa! We are way out there. I would not have expected us to go this far. Am I wrong in thinking there was a downward direction? Nah, screw it. We'll just keep going in this direction here. We could end up in a new location. I think we already are in a new location, yeah. The slab. And do you think Chakra is going to be here? Very interesting spiral set dressing. But yeah, this map's is obviously continuing to grow, despite what I said about it's the finality of its state. But it seems a little bit lopsided. You know, you'd expect the citadel to be in the center. I guess we'll see. But this is nice for a change. I don't have to continue pausing, at least for the time being. You know, we're back to opening the map when we don't have one. Feels good, man. Feels good. Can't complain. Ooh, new enemy. Looks like a mosquito. Gross. Oh, what the hell? Oh, we do have to button mash for that. Wonder if I can tank through that. Nice. So we know we have the damage to at least deal with them. A guard fly, starved servant of the slab, bearing a hooked long pin. A starved servant? Ooh, okay. Got a station, but I don't know if it's lying. Someone could have turned the sign around. Hey there, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I think he does mind. Okay, I think he only did 1 HP on me, so that's not too bad. Gimme! A shard bundle. Nothing up top. Yeah, I've been sort of not keeping track of how many shard bundles I've had. But hasn't really been much to spend on in terms of shell shards. Accidentally healed there, but I'm not mad about it. And I think we can actually continue going up. Okay, you know, while there's more enemies, I will just try to make my way to the station instead. Look at this, even more shell shards. We could find chakra at the station. Holy. I see eyes. Yep. Hey, they don't seem to aggro though. But obviously I'm gonna just murderate so that I can get the journal entry. The scab fly, sticky young fly, born and grown in service to the slab. Okay. Hoping we get the double jump sometime soon, because I think that's gonna really open up the map. Whoa! Did not realize that was a guy. Probably because they don't have a face. Okay, he can just tank through. As it turns out, I wasn't safe. The penitent, humbled prisoners serving their sentence for sin committed within the citadel. Oh my word. Man, if that isn't some dark imagery, I don't know what is. We'll just try to, you know, put that out of our minds and sleep at night. Hold on. A lock with the mark of apostate? Okay, I was hoping it would be a simple key. The fact that, I mean, I don't have one on me, but I know where to get one. So, let's just place a door marker right there. What do you say? Oh, okay. I read that as a much bigger drop than it ended up being. Ooh. Okay, I'm very lucky to have ran past that, but yep, looks like it does rearm itself. Interesting. So it looks very, very hidden, that mechanism there. I'm sure I'm gonna get hit by it many times. Oh, but it does seem to disarm itself as well, so if we ever get trapped by it, I don't know if we're gonna have to mash out or what. Oh, this looks like, ooh, a fast travel station. I think this is it. I always get confused by which direction the sign is pointing, because you got the arrows, which seem to be pointing in one direction, but the sign could be in a completely different direction. Just need to pay attention. I was speculating we could get to the Ventrica station from this direction. Oh my god. That's obviously not... we can't do that. Can we? Hang on. What if I just hang out? Mount Fay? What do you mean Mount Fay? We just found the slab!
What are you talking about Mount Fay for?
What's... Oh my god! It's Metroid Prime mechanics. Oh, jeez, man. We do have a bench here, though, don't we? So in Metroid Prime, yeah, see that sign, that devilish sign pointing to the right and the left at the same time? I'll never forgive it. In Metroid Prime, there's the, the heat area, the lava, and then you need the Varia suit so you can sustain yourself in that environment. So we probably need like an upgrade to our cloak or something if I had to guess. But here we are at the end of the episode. Let's just sort of take inventory of what we've accomplished and what's still left. There could be a way up there. I almost feel like... Are they taunting me right now? Anyway, I thought for sure we would be able to make it to that Ventrica station. Yeah, so there is a way down. I just didn't... I made it all the way out here, and then I said... Is there a way down? I want to kind of go back and explore, but then I thought I would look like a fool if I was misremembering. So anyway, it looks like this is the way to the Ventrica station, which I'm sure we will get to next time. And for now, though, I am very unsure how we will be able to get a map for either of these locations, or how we'll be able to remember their names given that they don't write them on the friggin' map, man. How am I supposed to refer to them the next time when I play in the next, like, another 2 weeks? No, that's hopefully it's not that long. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Silksong, and I will see you next time.